Hello, welcome to the Youth Podcast. This is what, episode 4? Our fifth episode, but it's episode 4. I wonder what foolish person decided on the starting with episode 0.
It wasn't me.
It's all your fucking fault.
The bottom row. Anyways,
You wanted a pilot.
I'm Halo. Dark,
Hi.
Gojo,
Hello there.
Devil.
Yo-yo.
What do we got on the table today, lads?
Boats.
Stuff. Jesus.
Our boy Dark just hit affiliate.
I did. And it was great.
The boy done it. Finally.
After like a year.
It's not after a year. You started streaming like a week ago.
No, much more than a week ago. I've been going for like 3 or 4 weeks already. But before that, it was like 8 months.
Yeah, it has been a few weeks. But no one really knew you streamed then.
I mean, I thought everybody did, but apparently they didn't.
I mean,
didn't.
most of us knew Halo, just not you.
It's
Apparently.
just because I was working. Whatever time you were streaming, that was just my work when I was at work the whole time. What are you
So,
looking for?
I've
don't know.
misplaced my water. I don't know where it's gone.
You don't need it. It's fine.
If only there was a modern technological solution where you could turn a little knob and have it come shooting out.
I don't know what yours does, but okay. Anyway,
It's convenient.
yeah, Dark finally got affiliate.
Yeah.
And it's his birthday soon as well.
It is in like not that many days. I was going to count, but
Uh,
I looked at it and went, no.
2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
No.
about 2 weeks. Yeah, it's probably about 2 weeks.
2 weeks and a few days.
Not many.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
I mean, we might as well say it on the week
Yeah, I
when
mean,
we're doing that podcast recording, surely.
Well,
I
no,
was
this
gonna
way
say-
I've got my bases covered.
yeah.
That's
know.
fair enough.
Things
Unlike
over here
Devil, where
contemplating existence.
everyone forgot Devil's birthday this year. I even had it written down, and I was like,
You
I'm
know
going to
what's
make
funny?
sure I say happy birthday to everyone. And I missed it.
You know what's
Happy
funny?
birthday,
So
Devil.
annoyed.
I didn't
Oh.
know, and I just happened to be at work with him, right? And I'm talking to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's my birthday." I'm like, "What? Happy birthday, I guess."
I guess you're just like, oh, now that I know, I'm gonna.
Saying
not
happy
quite
birthday
sure about
to
it.
him now, Halo, is a bit hard. His birthday's the 18th of May.
Yeah, well, it's a bit late, or is it early for next year? You never know.
That is disgraceful.
It's crazy.
What I love, none of you knew each other's birthdays.
Until you came
I
along.
kind of knew Shocks, but I couldn't get
And-
the exact day.
And then I came along and I wrote them all down.
I didn't realize
then
you had them
we
written
now
down
know.
until like.
So I was talking to
mid-June.
Shot the other day, right? And somehow some mention of my birthday came up, and I was like, "Wow, you actually know what day it is?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I talked to Gojo."
What can I say?
Also, I just love how you two are brothers.
know, right?
Bye.
Yeah,
It's
I know,
like-
right?
Birthdays are hard.
They are hard.
I actually would have
Ugh.
forgotten about my own this year.
What I find good as well. Dark has no idea how old Shock is.
I actually couldn't tell you, like 28, I think.
He has no clue.
Give or
Okay.
take
Fair, I
a
doubt
year,
he
you're
does either.
you're in the right range. Give or take a
Yeah,
year.
give or take a year.
Again, they are brothers. Like, holy shit.
You're not like estranged. You live in the same house and talk
Not
to
just
each
the
other and
same
tease all the
house. There's
time.
like less than 5 feet of space between them.
Yeah, just through that wall.
Like, like a
I
solid,
shot-
like, punch to the
Yes.
wall where he could just poke his head through the hole and be like, so. Like,
I want to put like a door in the closet so I can just go through my closet into his closet, you know?
Fam, that's a bit creepy.
No,
sounds-
That's like,
We actually joked about doing that one time because it was like, what if we just like, in our house where we have this mini hallway thing and a bathroom, and we were like, wait, what if we just put up a wall, right? Blocking off the hallway and the bathroom and just took our side of the house and put a door in between and a door to the outside.
Jesus.
that'd be a good idea. But that's completely different to a door into Shock's cupboard, right?
It's the only place we can
Like-
put a door.
Not in the
Pretty
wall.
weird though, isn't it?
Just come out
Like-
of the metaphorical closet. Hello.
Again, you
even
guys
out
could
of,
like
like,
cut a
Out of
hole
one
in the
and into
wall.
another.
You could just like creep on him.
I mean, I guess, but only one of us thinks that way, Gojo.
I think everyone thinks about it. There's natural safety to think about that.
Is it?
Cheers, man.
Maybe you're just paranoid.
Is there?
Or
I
maybe
think
you're just creepy.
special.
You'll never know.
What do you mean?
I mean, is the first thing you think about when somebody mentions a door is how you could use it to creep on them?
No.
Because it's not the first thing I think about when using a door.
it's not about me creeping on someone. It's about someone creeping on me.
Well, I mean, or if you're so concerned about it. I mean,
Anyway,
I like to think I can trust people, just, you know.
We've done basically no planning for this episode whatsoever.
No, we haven't.
Nah,
That's
it's
going to
fine.
make it fantastic.
Just
'Cause planning
spitball, you know.
sucks.
Just spitball. You talk about things like Halo Infinite gameplay dropped today. Looked pretty sick.
Did it? I haven't seen it.
It
I haven't
looks
seen.
pretty
I
cool.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen Far Cry. I haven't seen the new Cyberpunk gameplay that got dropped. I think.
Oh, the
haven't
new
seen
Far
hardly any
Cry,
of
the
it.
Far Cry trailer is actually really good.
Yeah, it really is.
Forza
It's-
Motorsport 8.
That's the thing too. No
Yep.
Horizon yet.
And Cyberpunk, we've talked about it. It's gonna be so hype. Actually,
What I
it's
find
gonna be
funny
so
about
hype.
Halo is that everyone is crying that it's Battle Royale.
Wait, is it really?
I haven't watched the trailer or anything. But people
I
on
see
Twitter
it.
are
It
just
wouldn't
going,
surprise me if there's a
"Mm."
battle royale game mode. Like that's
Sure.
don't
Yeah, I
really
know,
care.
because that's how
It'd be
games are going,
interesting.
and
Yeah.
that's how you attract a new audience to Halo.
Provided like the other stuff's still there, I don't see why it'd matter.
Well, that's all like what.
Unless, like-
story beats.
Like I could see if they decided to be like, "Yo, the Halo Infinite, it's the new Halo game. No campaign, just battle royale." But
Oh,
Yeah, if
that
you
was a
make-
campaign.
If you make a Halo game and you don't have good multiplayer, good campaign, like co-op, if you don't have all the things people want out of a Halo game, then yeah, people are going to be mad. If you also have a battle royale thing, that is why.
But
Like,
you
you
said
just-
the same thing about COD previously.
You know, if
but
you know-
look how popular Warzone is.
Oh,
now.
no, like if you
Yeah,
have a
but-
battle royale game, why would people be upset about that? If you also have the things they want, like just
Yeah.
don't pull a Diablo Immortal
Fuck
Yeah.
and like
Don't you
give
have
people
phones?
nothing that they want. Yeah, it's just so out of touch. Like you're fans of the fan base wants a thing. Give the fan base what they want. If you want to do other shit too, that's great.
Yeah, like COD did it great. They released the game, like had a good campaign, had a good multiplayer, and then they went, "Oh, by the way, here's battle royale. It's free."
Yeah, like from what I haven't played it. From what I understand, it's been pretty successful.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Warzone's fun.
Very popular.
But
Let's
yeah,
go, just like,
the
nah.
bit of Halo gameplay I saw, it seems like interesting enough. It's actually going to be semi-open world and not like linear, which is kind of
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Gonna be on PC
I think
I'm
so.
sure it'll be on PC.
It should be.
because after removing like the Master Chief Collection and stuff, like they're
No, they said the next game would be on PC years ago.
I was gonna say, Microsoft's making the PC shift. It's like, hey, if you want to buy an Xbox, you can, but we're not gonna like force it on you, which is nice.
I've said this for years, but they're going to start trying to combine their console and PC markets.
well, yeah, it's like they're
There's no reason to separate them now.
like Sony PlayStation. They have lots of exclusive games, right? Like
Yes.
Nintendo, they've got their exclusive games, and they've kind of got their own thing going on with like the Switch. Microsoft, they have PC, and that's their their strength. So leverage that, of course.
Yes, probably gonna
So-
wind up with a PS5. If I'm being honest, there's too many good games on that thing right now.
But honestly, I don't play console. I don't even have a console. I used to play Xbox
Yeah.
way back in the day, 360, But since I'm getting a decent PC, it just hasn't been any desire. But I've thought about getting a PlayStation just to play some of the games.
Oh, there are too many good games on it.
Ghost
Like-
of Tsushima, for one, actually does look
Yes.
pretty good. Horizon Zero Dawn, but it's coming to PC.
I'm gonna
I
say a
think
lot
a
of
lot of
PS4
them- a lot
games
of-
are coming to
PC.
PC.
God of
God of
War, The Last of Us.
The first one. We don't
Yeah.
talk about the second.
I was going to say.
It's
Okay,
It's funny. I have a PS4, right? And I've wanted to play God of War, but it's still so expensive. And I'm like, I don't see the point because I barely play console that much.
Yeah.
So I just don't see the point of getting it yet.
It's just there for the story. For what I've seen,
It's a good story game.
Really good story.
I want to play it, but again, console. If it was on PC, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
I don't
Oh,
mind.
look, it's dark outside. Oh, that's an.
And I have an Xbox 360 just
I have
chilling
one
on my
just like
windowsill.
that, but it's one of the
That's a
shiny
throwback.
ones.
You ain't kidding.
I'm actually gonna. I intend to get it out at some point,
The
but I
one-
got to get a second capture card because I want to play through Forza 2.
Yeah, I had,
And under my bed as well, I have a PS1.
That's a
PS1
throwback.
is actually inside this thing. It's in like one of the lower drawers.
Yeah, the 360 I had was the old one that was like white and chunky and sounded
Oh,
like an
yeah.
aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
The one
I had
that
one of
actually
those, and then it got red ring, and then I got the Elite Edition, the black one, and then I think it got red ring or something happened to it, and then I got one of the shiny Xboxes, the smaller ones they came out with after that, and its disk drive died, and I think now I have a normal shiny Xbox in a closet somewhere.
I had it's okay. We used to have 2 Xboxes, 2 original ones, and we'd play like System Link and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, one of them's disk drive didn't work. So to put a game into it or to take the game out, you would literally have to take the entire console apart, open up, pull the disk drive out, take the disk drive apart, pull the thing out, swap the disk in, put it all back together. And that's how I would play games.
Did anybody ever
Fucking
tell you
hell.
you could use a paper clip on the front of the disk drive?
You couldn't actually.
You pop the
You couldn't-
faceplate off and you push the paper clip in, it'll pop the disk drive out. Same thing as a laptop disk drive. I'm
On
pretty
the
sure.
original Xbox? No.
Pretty sure?
Like you
Fam,
couldn't.
Did you see his face just drop?
Like I said, I highly doubt it.
I don't have a disk
I
drive
mean,
around here to show you.
knowing
but they're all the
Halo,
same.
he
was-
probably enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, it wasn't okay. Like you actually had to take the plate off, and then you could unscrew the screws to take the actual disk drive off. And the thing that slides in out that was like completely locked and seized up. Like you just couldn't pull or push it at all. It just wouldn't move. So you had to actually like, disassemble.
I kind of want to. I wish I had an original Xbox around here so I could show you, or at least try. Because
I mean,
almost all
taking-
of them have a little button, and you push it, and it'll pop the disk drive free, and then you just pull it out.
I mean,
Even if the motor's
was-
seized up.
the disk drive was like screwed in. Like you had to have for the plate, you had to screw the things off to get the disk drive out,
Yeah, no, you don't have to get
and
the
you had
disk
to
drive
actually
out.
take it.
You can
apart.
literally take the plate out. There's a mechanical release for the plate. You push a button in with a paper clip and pull it out.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't think that was the case in the original Xboxes.
I'm going
Like-
to find an original Xbox now. I'm going to show you. Somebody remind me
Yeah.
to do this.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. But it, you could do it in a few minutes.
Also, that Xbox that you have, Dark, is it in your closet or is it in Shark's?
No, it's in mine.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering which side of the door it was, you know.
There is not enough room for a door right now. It's just this massive shelf and then a server cabinet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you. Yeah.
Speaking of the original Xbox, like, really want a Jet Set Radio game to like come back out like a sequel or remake, fucking something. I think it was fun.
I have a lot of fond memories of the original Xbox and games on it.
Same.
I still remember there was this Burger King bumper cars game. It was actually pretty good.
Are you talking about the fucking?
a Big King bumping or something?
It's that, but it was like because that was part of that like weird thing that Burger King did, where they released like it was like a series of games, and you could get one in like a kids meal or some shit from Burger King. And it was the most notorious of the games was Sneak King, which was basically just you playing as the Burger King mascot, the King, and
Yeah.
sneaking around, just giving people fucking Whoppers and shit. It's like it was such
Okay.
a weird campaign.
Also, I love it. I Google original Xbox disk drive and I see a bunch of YouTube videos on how to fix a stuck one.
Yeah, YouTube wasn't really a thing back then. Like it sort of was.
Oh, most of these videos
the
are from like
internet's-
2018, 2019.
Yeah, like the internet's come a long way. You have to understand. I was like what,
Like in that original Xbox era,
12
fuck,
maybe?
say back in
Like
the
at
30s.
least 10 years ago.
Oh, no, more than 10. Cause God, I got the hilariously enough, I actually got the original Xbox when it.
Like it wasn't
came out.
hard to do.
Ugh, excuse me.
Did
Oh.
anyone ever play? There was an Elf bowling game
I think
on
so.
PC.
I think I
It
did,
was-
actually.
So fucking good. For years, I've been trying to find it.
Elf
Go up to
Bowling.
try
I
to
remember
play it
there
again.
was a game.
Elf
Has anybody
Bowling,
ever
yeah,
heard
yeah.
of, I think it
That's
was called
wild.
Polar Bowler or something like that? It was a bowling game. But
Yes,
like,
yes, Polar Bowler. I played
You know
that.
what I'm talking about.
Yes, I played it. I don't remember what it was, but I remember
It was a
Polar
bowling
Bowler.
game. Yeah.
It
was a bowling game. It was set
on
in,
the
like-
Xbox or was it the PC?
No, it's
it was
PC. Super
I
old
know
PC
that
game.
game. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, set with
heard of
like,
this.
it was like
I
a winter
remember it.
theme.
I had to Google it.
You'd bowl with, like,
Yes, I
snowballs.
remember that game.
I've never
Yeah.
heard of this.
That was incredible.
I've never
yeah,
seen
no.
these.
Memories are coming back.
Yeah, Polar Bowler.
It was
that
actually
so
good.
Actually,
Or,
there's a topic, seeing as how we're talking about this. What got you into gaming? Because that's like we haven't actually like we all play games, but we never gave like our origin. So it's like, how did you start playing games?
I like how we're just calling them origin stories now.
I mean, that's what it is.
All right, Dart, what was yours?
First, I remember my brother had a PS1, but I don't think I was ever old enough to really mess with it at all. And then there was a PS2 that I distinctly remember playing. Like, God, what's the first Midnight Club game that came out on the PS2? That game, the one where you could have like a Batmobile in it.
Wasn't that LA?
No, Midnight Club LA is on the 360. This was like really old. And I remember we used to play that a lot. And then the original Xbox came out, which was like Need for Speed Underground 2. What else was on the original Xbox? That type of stuff. And then I didn't really get into it until the Xbox 360 came out with stuff like Forza 2, Modern Warfare 2 and 1, Halo 3, maybe a bit of Halo 2. I think I remember playing that at some point. Yeah.
For me, it started. My dad played PC games, sort of. So like Civilization Call to Power was like a Activision's version of Civ 2, basically. And I think like the original XCOM, like the two games that I remember first, like I don't know, way back. And so just I guess I've always kind of enjoyed strategy games and stuff because of that, because I just started playing them when I was young.
Yeah, I didn't touch PC gaming until like Minecraft in 2014.
Yeah, and then just kind of went from there. The Command and Conquer series was a big introduction to the RTS. I remember like I went to Walmart and I got this. It was like the first decade Command and Conquer, the first decade, and it was like 12 games, but it was.
Didn't that get a recent remaster?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I just remember thinking I saw people talking about it, but I wasn't
on
sure.
Steam.
But I played all those. I still remember this random Lego game. I don't remember what it was, but it was a PC Lego game. And it was like, there was the Lego game, and then there was, I think, like Master of Orion 2. And like, I was like, which one of these I like more? And I ended up just not playing the Lego game. Although it was fun, it just, yeah.
Anybody remember, like, I think it was Lego Star Wars on the 360? Or it might have been on something else.
Yes.
Yeah,
I had it on the PSP.
The Wii.
That's great.
Lego Star Wars.
Oh, there was one on the Wii too, yeah.
Yeah, the whole saga. Good old Lego Star Wars.
Oh, the Wii was great.
It really was.
It was so underrated.
I mean, everything from making your own like little, is it called the Mii, right?
The Mii.
Yeah.
The Mii. Like everything from that to just having like even its music, you still hear it in videos today and stuff, because the games like the Wii Sports there's no other console that I found. Okay, maybe VR. Like when I brought out the VR headset, everyone wanted to try. It doesn't matter. Like my mom, who doesn't play games, was like playing the Valve, the box, like the archery thing. Yeah. She's just like having a great time with it because it's so novel. But like I remember like my grandparents playing like Wii bowling. Yeah, it was the same thing, because it was something. It was very simple. It was very straightforward. It was easy to pick up, and it was like a bit physical. So like you're not pushing a button to do something. You're actually like making the motion,
physically
which makes
doing
it
something.
It makes it a lot more intuitive for people who don't know. It's hard to associate if you didn't grow up playing games, or you don't have like experience computers and technology. Like going into that, it's like, okay, you push these buttons to do this, and we go into a game because we've kind of like learned it, right? These buttons do this, you just pick up the controls, even if it's something completely different. Like our minds are just learned, trained to work that way. Whereas I remember trying to get like my grandma to play like Minecraft or something. It's super
impossible.
Hard. Yeah. But like you pick up like Wii bowling or baseball, because it's how you bowl. You throw the ball at the pins, and you let go of the trigger when you want to release the ball. It's very simple, and it was a good experience doing it with family and people.
Who here knows somebody that lost a TV to a Wii controller?
No.
Really?
Actually, no.
How would you even do that? You'd have to
Wii
try.
Bowling has claimed many a TV.
You just put the strap on.
Yeah, I know. Phrasing.
Anyway, yeah, no, I know somebody that did that. Didn't use the wrist strap and then just yeeted the controller into the TV.
Was it shock? I feel like
no, it was like a distant relative.
Okay.
Like,
That was a thing.
use the strap on.
Anyway, what about you, Devil?
It's for safety.
What was
you know?
your
It is for safety.
what was your into gaming?
My end game was kind of weird. I say kind of weird, but not really. It was just the games in particular. So for me, I started out
I'd
with
expect
PC
nothing
gaming.
less. I would expect nothing less of you, Devil, other than weird fucking games.
It started out with PC gaming, and it was, you know, Cabela's Hunt, right?
Yes.
It wasn't even Cabela's that was on the PC. It was like some bootleg version of Cabela's.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I played it. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Like, it was
I don't think
I-
literally
You
a
remember the name
first
of it?
I don't.
It wasn't Big Game Hunter, was it? No.
I don't
that was the
remember.
Cabela's one. It
I
was
don't
the
even
other.
remember.
Maybe I only played the Big Game Hunter one.
Whatever this game was, it was literally just bootleg Cabela's
Oregon
Hunt.
Trail, anyone?
Oh,
Never
fuck
played it.
Oregon Trail. Yes. But anyway, you've died of dysentery.
Always dysentery.
Dude.
And crossing the river. It's like a death sentence.
Crossing the river. But anyway, like bootleg Cabela's. And like that game, it was literally like just straight up a first person shooter, and you just hunt various animals. Like, and you worked your way up the ladder, so you started out with like rabbits and shit. And by the like late game was like just buck, like just buck and shit, so just big ass deer. And that's like how I got into gaming. We just bootleg Cabela's, and then it just kind of went from there. So like I had older cousins, and my older cousins had consoles and shit. So like I can remember going to their house and straight up, bless you,
I'm gonna have to edit that out.
playing like OG Tetris and shit, like original Tetris, and fucking like, of course, with this introduction of like the SNES, play like Mortal Kombat, which that was the franchise that like set it off right there. It was like MK and the original Killer Instinct. That was like, all right, I guess we're a gamer now, lads.
I remember when like handheld consoles were like really a thing, like the old Game Boy Colors or like the SP, you know, the like
Oh, I
flip
love
laptop
Game
looking
Boy
one.
Advance.
So
SP.
good, dude.
Or what came
Those
after that?
things-
This is a DS.
You could
Those
turn
were
off the
great.
light on the screen and then just use them forever.
Yeah,
Dude,
but they
like,
had the light on the screen, fortunately enough.
Yeah,
wait-
you just use it at
I
night.
remember loving that thing.
Oh no, fucking summer camp. Pokemon Sapphire. Was playing through it. Forgot it. Like laid it down on the table. Went to the bathroom, came back, someone had stolen it. SP and
Oh.
Pokemon Sapphire. I was like on the brink of tears that day.
Feels bad, man.
Like,
What about let's talk about some old Windows games, see if we all played them. Okay, Plants vs. Zombies.
No,
I played that on the
No?
360, not on the PC actually.
didn't play a lot of old Windows games.
Okay. Well, we obviously have to talk about like Minesweeper and
Yeah, like
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like Minesweeper, fucking what was it on the XP, like
Space
the 3D
Cadet
pinball.
yeah, Space Cadet Pinball. The Free Cell Solitaire.
Yes, Free
Oh,
Cell
yeah.
Solitaire, Spider Solitaire, all that.
God, my grandmother was obsessed with that game.
What, Spider Solitaire?
Yes.
Let's go, dude.
Where'd
Just
you
piece it
go?
up for a hot second. Cheers, mate.
He's
But-
off to see the wizard.
Someone's after his gold. You set me up.
She
Ralph.
just
Come on now.
left. You think he'll come back?
But yeah, I got started on PC gaming. Interestingly enough, because I got started on PC gaming, I would kind of go back and forth between PC and console. Probably shouldn't just wave my hand in the camera like that, but it's fine.
We all played Pokemon though, right?
Oh yes.
I never did.
Have you ever played like Never Fire Red, not like Emerald, not
No, not really.
God, you had no childhood, did you? None.
Have you
Pokemon was
still
not
not
a thing I
played
was
them?
ever into. No,
you got to. It's
I've
fucking
never
Pokemon.
played them. I figure at some point I've got 2 Game Boy SPs in a box.
Okay. Just
I'll
play one.
probably actually just buy one of those.
To be completely fair,
I don't know what-
it's not like
which
the
ones were on
formula's
PSP.
changed. Just fucking yo points.
Game Boy Gojo just
Fucking
showed off a Game
Pog.
Boy Color.
Oh, I've
for
been
anyone
seeing so
listening.
many like Game Boy, like the original colors like that. People
Fucking
like modding them with like
Pog,
backlights and new
mate.
screens and stuff, and I kind of want to do it.
Sorry about that. I knew I had
Speaking
it
of
somewhere.
Can we just talk about people like modding new
In this
things
drawer
into old
right
tech?
here, there's mine. The colors in this drawer. So yeah.
But yeah,
I
like,
mean, Like the retro arcade machines and stuff that people were
Yeah,
remaking with
well, like I
on
saw
a
a
Raspberry
YouTube
Pi or
video
something.
earlier. Where a guy took, that old Casio watch that I don't remember the name of it, but you know the one I'm talking about, the one that's got like the rubber wristband and just like the really basic digital display.
Yeah.
They're freaking everywhere. It's like the most popular watch that's ever been sold or something like that.
Yep.
I saw somebody take one of those today, and they put a different like screen on it with a different LED, and then they put a backplate on it with an NFC reader, so they could use tap to pay from their credit card on a watch designed in the 80s.
That's pretty genius.
Why?
Like, that stuff's so cool. If I didn't like my smartwatch so much, I'd totally do that.
But what was it? What was another game I used to play back in the day? I played a lot of like MMOs back in the day, like a lot. RuneScape not being one of them.
I will always mention Rift when the topic of MMOs.
World of Tanks is technically an MMO.
It technically is.
Wait, what is?
I mean, not in the sense of anybody thinks about MMOs, but it's like
Yeah, technically speaking, though.
MMO has been synonymous with MMORPG
Yeah, it really
for a
has.
while. Like,
No, when you think of an like here, well, not here, but just in general, you think of an MMO, you think about the WoW or like RuneScape, like kind of the two big ones.
I think we got to talk about Minecraft for a bit too.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
we talked a bit about games. Like, as long as we're on this tangent,
So much time in
There's other
Minecraft.
games.
it's just one of those games that there's nothing like it. Like,
No?
it just kind of came out of nowhere. It took the entire world by storm. It's like
It really did.
definitely my most played game of all time if you added up the hours on all the different servers and all the different mod packs and all the different. It's just
Iterations.
yeah.
I remember I first started playing Minecraft when the Pocket Edition came out on, I guess it would have been, it would have been on Android back then. When it came out, I started playing it, which then meant it then got shocked to be like, oh, wait a second, Minecraft is a thing that exists. And so he had a laptop at that point in time and started playing it, and I was like, that's actually really cool. I want to play that. Which is where the picture of the laptop sitting on like little plastic blocks with a fan blowing under it because it would just burn you otherwise came from. That's what I'm
such
talking
a good
about.
setup. I remember you showing me that picture. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's too good. And it would barely run Minecraft. I mean, barely run Minecraft at like 20 FPS, but it did it.
Yeah, see, I couldn't afford Minecraft back in the day, so all I could do was.
Oh, I didn't afford it either.
Oh, I didn't afford it either. You just fucking ran a cracked client, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even know to do that at the time. I was running like the little demo back on my old like this shitty Toshiba laptop and would play it for a little bit. I was like, you know what, this is fun and all, but because like I could barely run it, I was like, you know what, Then it came to the 360, and I was like, this game kind of fucks. Like, I kind of like it. It just
I
kind
think it'll be one of those timeless classics.
Yeah,
50
it really
years
will
from
be.
now.
People are still playing
Back
it.
in my day.
Like the people
You
that are
kids
building
with your fucking
the whole
AR
world
and
in
VR bullshit
Minecraft now.
back in my day.
Have you guys
What
seen
was
that?
that?
The people that are
Yeah.
building the entire world in Minecraft to scale.
Crazy.
Like
don't think-
they're working on it. It's crazy.
I guess while we're on that, well, not topic, but he brought up like timeless classic. Any cult classics that you were fond of?
I don't know how
Something
you
that-
define cult classic.
I was going to say, what's your definition of a cult classic game?
Like
classic
something that
cults or
Jesus Christ, something that's like honestly not super popular, but like you. It's kind of one of those things. Kind of think like hidden gem, I guess, for lack of a better word. Like it's a good game, you know, it's a good game, but very little people have played it. So, like an idea of like a cult classic for me is like Shin Megami 3 Nocturne. Like that game is the shit, and it's getting a remake
there
on
was
the
a
Switch.
game
Can't wait for
on
that.
Xbox 360.
Does
I'm
anyone
sure-
else know the game that he just said, by the way? 'Cause
No.
I
I don't
don't.
know.
Which is why I
Okay,
moved
okay.
right
I know
on
you
past
don't,
it.
'cause
I was,
it's a
I was
J-
just making sure.
I know
was
you
making sure.
know because it's a JRPG, but that's like it's an example of one.
Once you start speaking Japanese, like,
Yeah,
it's hopeless. It's just gone.
it's over.
You know, that was a JRPG. I didn't expect any of you to know that. Like, outside of like Final Fantasy, I don't expect you like to know many JRPGs.
I don't even know Final Fantasy, I'll be honest. But anyway, back to what I was saying.
But you know what it is.
I know what it is. Does anybody remember that 360 game where, and I want to say one of you does, because I want to say I've talked about it, but it was like a racing game, right? And it was like a PvP racing game, kind of, where you would have like different. Your cars would have like different abilities and stuff, and so you could like, destroy people with various things. Like there were like guns on the cars and stuff, and
Twisted
different like
Metal?
power ups and stuff. No, it's not Twisted Metal.
Like Micro Machines, but not.
It was on the 360. It was one of the. I mean, it might have been one of the launch games on the 360.
I think I know what you mean. I'm not.
I'm like racking my brain
100%
trying to like
sure.
think of what he's talking about.
I'm Googling it.
I can't.
For me, Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc. I played it on the PS1. Me and my sister used to play it all of the time and like race each other and shit through these levels.
Okay.
Bang.
I found it.
You
Sorry,
found it?
carry
I'll just go fuck myself. It's fine.
I found there was a game I was thinking of that I finally found on Google. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
Okay, Bloodwake. Anyone ever play Bloodwake on Xbox?
No.
Like, that sounds familiar.
It was a boat game. It was like, it was kind of like Twisted Metal on water, and you were just like, you had boats and you fought, and there was like this weird kind of cheesy story, but it was also cool. And the gameplay and combat was really fun.
No, not that I remember.
Like,
I'm drawing a blank on that one. Who remembers that original Xbox game? It was like the Smash ripoff, but it like the premise of it was like a kung fu movie.
No, I don't remember that. Also, does anybody
I
remember back
do
when
not
like
remember
dentist
that.
offices and barbershops would have like N64s?
No,
I remember having like,
Because that was the
them
thing.
in
That was probably the
McDonald's.
thing that made me really get into gaming. Weirdly enough, I remember there being this like N64 boat game. Anybody know the game I'm talking about? It's like a boat racing game.
No.
Oh,
Not
well.
so
Maybe.
good.
I mean, it's possible, but it's just wouldn't remember. Okay, on the
64.
topic of random old games, anyone remember like going to fucking like Chuck E. Cheese and arcades and shit?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's like
Ninja
Wait,
Turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I just find this game?
Game was the shit.
always enjoyed those types of arcades because I would go and find whatever machine would like let me profit the most, and then I would like try. I would like contract out getting tickets for my like brothers and sisters and friends and stuff. 'Cause
I got it. Might have
Actually-
found it.
I guess we keep saying kids being on that topic. We're just on top of gaming in general. Anyone like remember when games would like do a thing like say it was like part of like a product line and they would incorporate other products from the line into the game? Like, you know what I mean?
I think I know what you're talking about. But I can't think of
games
any
as
time.
advertising, like the Burger King games.
Well,
Yeah.
no, not that, but like the game. What made me thought of was my Yu-Gi-Oh poster over here. There was a Yu-Gi-Oh game on the PS1. Yu-Gi-Oh Forbidden Memories game was amazing. But the cool thing about this game was if you look at the bottom of like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, there's like a serial number. You could type in the serial number on the card in the game and get that card in the game. And that
Oh.
wasn't like and it like mind you, the card game came out first, then like a couple years later, the game came out. And they were just like so they like which means Konami had to like go through, look at like their catalog of Yu-Gi-Oh cards for the time, which granted wasn't that many. And then like program that into the game. I just thought that was a really cool like thing. And not a lot of people like knew about that. That was just like a thing that like someone like because this was back in the day of like word of mouth. So
Oh
just
yeah,
one of those,
no, I
like,
remember like fucking like game facts and shit, or like message boards figuring out like cheats and stuff. For
I remember
games.
cheat code books.
Yeah.
yes. So good.
Yeah, those were a thing.
Fucking like the game shorten books and shit and like Cheat CC, the website.
Yeah.
Not Cheat CC.
Oh, cheat CC.
That lived on that fucking website.
You guys ever play Age of Empires?
No, actually, I didn't.
Like spamming.
There's a lot of
walls
games
with-
I haven't played. Oh my god, I think I found the game.
Probably older like strategy games I never played. I probably like OG XCOM and I played like one of the older Civs. What was the old pirate Civ? Which one was that?
Sid Meier's Pirates, right?
Is it just called Pirates?
Yeah, it's just the pirates. There's a where you could get your ship and trade resources and go to ports and stuff. And
Yeah, like that was pretty much the only strategy games I played. I primarily growing up as a kid was like fighting games and like RPGs.
Okay, I found the game, I think. Does anybody remember a game called Full Auto?
No.
It's made by
It's from-
Sega.
Let me look it up. I might
Sega.
recognize it.
Made by Sega. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
It sounds so familiar.
I think I've seen it, but I've never played
I
it.
think,
think
a
this
friend
is
of
the game I'm
mine
thinking
had
of.
it. Maybe not. It looks familiar. Maybe I just watched a video on it years and years ago or something. I don't know. I know I didn't ever have it.
Yeah, this is definitely the game, I think. It was a really good game. I loved that game so much. Like, honestly, it was fantastic. Speaking of really obscure console references, anybody remember when there was the Xbox Live thing? You know how you could have like backgrounds and stuff on Xbox Live?
Yeah,
Like your main like page?
Yeah.
You anybody remember when the Mountain Dew and Doritos ones came out? They were doing some like promotion and you could have like Mountain Dew backgrounds. It was the same time that the whole remember the whole like democracy thing? Where people would like
No.
vote for the next Mountain Dew. It was how we got the white Mountain Dew. It's how we got
Really?
the blue one too. Yeah.
Was it Mountain Dew
You don't
Voltage?
remember this? Yeah.
Voltage
yeah.
is the best Mountain Dew.
You don't remember this? Okay.
No.
Story time. So there was this thing where they decided, I guess Pepsi decided they wanted to let people like vote for the next Mountain Dew, right? So they put out, I think it was 3 of them, and it was some, I don't remember the flavor specifically. One of them was Voltage, and I think the other one was actually Whiteout, which is the white one. And I think the first time around, everybody voted for Voltage. And so they put that out. At the same time, they had this promotion running on Xbox Live where you could get these like backgrounds and stuff for your console that were like themed after the different Mountain Dew types. And you could actually vote on Xbox Live for which one you wanted to be like actually produced. And for like a little while, they actually made all 3 of them and you could buy them. And they did that again a couple of years later. And then like some of those eventually just became flavors anyway.
Cool.
That was the thing, yeah. It was really cool.
All right.
It's kind of okay. On a same note, but I love how letting the internet vote for things often turns out. Like that's how we get gyms like Bodie McBoatface.
Yeah. They also did another thing with these really cool metal bottle things that they like had like community people design.
Huh.
Anybody remember those?
Oh.
I'm gonna grab one.
That's
I happen to own one.
Actually, speaking of like old stuff from games, who remembers the Xbox Live avatars? Like they were.
Oh, those things were great.
I never actually had Xbox Live.
These things. Is it in focus? Yeah, these things.
Oh, those! Yeah, no, those things those things were dope. Yeah, they got like all,
yeah.
they had like all the they got like famous graffiti artists.
Yeah.
It's
this one
it's a Mountain Dew
in
bottle.
2008. I think.
Yeah, it's a Mountain Dew bottle,
2008.
and it had just like normal, like regular flavored Mountain Dew in it. But the thing was, they partnered up with all these different graffiti artists and had them make like designs for the bottles. I've got like 8 of them, and they're all different.
I thought all 4 of them, but apparently there's more.
Yeah,
I have 4 of them.
Is there still Mountain Dew
that I bought
in it?
years later?
You just have the bottle, or is it like still?
There's still Mountain Dew in it.
Drink it.
No. I'm not
say
doing
that fucking insides are gonna melt. I drank the Mountain Dew out of mine. I just kept the bottle.
No, I had some of those years ago, but like somebody had thrown them away or something back in like 2008 when they came out, and I found them again probably like 4 or 5 years ago at like a thrift store. So those things have had several owners, and now I'm one of them.
Oh no, like this fucking insides of the milk. He fucking eats that.
The forbidden juice. What's our next topic?
That's Mountain Dew. It's probably fun.
I guess seeing as how we're on this kind of nostalgia trip, fuck it, why not?
It's been Oh, go ahead.
Old shows, like old just TV shows in general.
Friends.
Really? You were like a Friends kid growing up?
Yeah, Friends was great. You had Friends.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Friends. It's like good show.
I remember originally I hated Frasier, and then I kind of came to like Frasier.
I do not like. I don't get the obsession with Frasier. I've watched episodes of it. It's
no,
not my thing.
My entire like comedic style, if I were to have one, stemmed from like shows like Friends, Frasier, stuff like that.
I remember like
remember when Jay Leno had a talk show?
No.
Yeah, the late
if we're
night
going
show.
way back, JJ the Jet Plane was probably like the cartoon as a kid, and Tom and Jerry, those two.
Yeah,
like
Tom,
I just realized There's like a whole generation of people that don't realize that just see Jay Leno as like the YouTube car guy and don't realize he had like the most famous late night show that was around at the
One
time.
of the best late night shows ever.
Yeah.
Then like Nickelodeon era, you'd had like shit like Drake and Josh and iCarly, I think.
Drake, Josh,
Yeah.
Carly,
Both.
Fairly Odd Parents,
Oh,
Yeah.
Fairly Odd Parents was great.
Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron was great. Dexter's Lab.
Danny Phantom
Oh,
That's
Danny
his-
Phantom.
was great.
What about you, Gojo? You've been very quiet.
I was gonna say,
Tom and Jerry as well. We had that. Recess, I used to like.
Oh,
remember that show.
Recess. I forgot.
It's actually on Disney Plus. I started watching it again.
is it?
Still pretty good.
That's nice. That's nice.
I mean, if we're going full on old nostalgic, gotta bring up Dragon Ball Z. Can't not leave it out.
Never seen it.
I never seen it.
It's like what it was like outside of like
from meme culture and the internet. Like I know the gist of it, but never actually watched it.
oh, so good. Such a good show. It's like the classic. It's one of
Is
the
it?
classics anyway.
I mean, 3 of the 4 people here have never seen it.
It's one of the like. First,
Okay, I haven't seen it, and even I'll say it's probably one of the classic.
I mean, it kind of is, but
Just from how much it's affected like the internet.
Just the
It really
internet, the
has.
anime industry in general. Like, if there's something in anime, it probably stemmed from Dragon Ball. It even, but hilariously enough, the Dragon Ball is like, isn't that weird spot where it's like it's old enough to have influenced things, but it was also influenced by things before it, which is kind of weird to think about.
Isn't that literally everything that's ever
yeah,
existed?
that's kind of.
It is, but
Welcome to the whole of human history. It
I
was
mean-
influenced by other things and influences other things. Like
well, I
you
get
ever
like if you
seen
go
Rocks?
far
Like,
back
those
enough,
weren't
there's like
influenced.
things, you know what I mean. But you get what I'm saying. Though. It's
Ooga
like-
Booga Caveman was influenced by other caveman who used rock on wall. This caveman used rock on wall to strap it to a stick.
To his
Like,
I mean, I get
say,
what
like
you're
some
saying.
caveman sharpened the rock, then some other guy learned from that, sharpened the rock, and attached it to a stick. Like, we go way back.
Can we
With the
talk
whole-
about how like
the nature of linear time?
spaced out that would have actually been though? It seems like things develop so quickly now, but there were like thousands of years where not much happened.
Because most people were just trying not to die. Like now people can just devote their entire lives to studying something or technological pursuit. Like we have access to information in like an unheard of
Yeah.
way. Like even if you go back 50 years before the internet, like things like libraries and developing allowed people to study and pursue education. Whereas like 1,000 years ago, you're just a fucking serf on a farm. Just you farm your grain, you give it away, and then you die.
I love that you give it away.
Well, because if you don't give it away, then it's taken away at a much more unpleasant rate. That's like the way it worked, right?
But nevertheless, it's one of those things where just like it was influenced by a bit, but it also like helped it kind of like set a precedent.
Yeah.
And then I guess if we're going far back enough, the original Speed Racer, and when I say the original Speed Racer, I'm talking like the original with the English dub that Family Guy always makes fun of. They're like, "You cannot race in this race, ha ha, ha!" Like that shit. Yeah, that was a thing.
Anybody remember that really garbage live action Speed Racer movie from like
Movie was
2008?
trash. That movie was ass, dude.
It was so bad. I was a kid and it was
Oh.
bad.
I still have
So-
to watch. Still have to watch Rubber.
Oh, I haven't seen all of it, but what I have seen is actually pretty good. As much as people make fun of it.
Still cannot believe that's a movie. That's so stupid.
Devil, you want to hit us with a random? Would you rather?
Mm.
Dude, whenever we're in TeamSpeak, it just gets okay. Not whenever, but a lot. He'll hit us with a random. Would you rather? Or like on a drive or whenever. Even when we're at PAX, like walking around.
I love the on a drive or whenever says the person who's only ever been in the car with him once or twice.
That's what I said. But I know from on a drive because you guys were in this. I was in voice for a while too, and you guys always,
But again, like in the case of the drive, it's like okay, in reference to the drive, it's talking-
not knocking it. Like it's great. It's fun. It gives good conversation.
well, in reference to the drive, he's referring to when we take our road trip to PAX Prime once a year. And so we're in Alabama, and so we have to drive all the way to Seattle.
They're in Alabama.
Well, yeah, me and Dark are in Alabama, and we have to drive all the way to fucking Seattle, which is the other end of the country.
I love when
I
I'll tell a
just cut
coworker that, and they're like,
continent.
"Why are you doing that?" It's great.
Gojo's across the pond.
Yeah, Gojo has to,
Hell of a
the one
pond.
time he came, he had to fly all the way here and then make the drive because he's butt fucking insane.
Did I not tell you I actually swam it instead of flew?
The absolute bad lad.
But anyway, it's like when
Oh,
you're on the
swimming all
drive,
the
it's
way back
like
with a
there's
broken
nothing
back
to
must
do.
suck.
So it's like you're either gonna watch the corn go by, wonder how inbred this like 5-house fucking village is, or like ask a couple of would you rather's to pass the time. Like you ain't got a lot of options, all right?
Play the alphabet game. It's a classic.
Nothing like going through middle of nowhere, Missouri, when you realize the South isn't actually in the South.
Like
The stereotypical South is in the Midwest, not the South.
It really is.
You go through like Missouri and like
Although,
parts of,
I mean-
like,
South
South
Dakota.
Dakota and was it Indiana? We went through? Maybe it
Wyoming.
wasn't Indiana. No,
This is
Wyoming
like
wasn't bad.
Alabama.
Wyoming, you start to get towards the west. The upper part of Arkansas, somewhat. Yeah.
Things like Alabama and Texas, Florida. Especially
so
with
like what is the
virus now.
South is not like the South.
Yeah.
Not to get now, don't get it twisted. We do have our little like areas, but they are a bit sparse. That's not to say you can't run into like fucking Billy Bob fucking coming fresh out the swamp on you, like.
Rarely, but yeah.
But
But you go to some places, like you go to parts of Missouri, and it's just like cornfields and teeny tiny towns and trucks.
towns, that ain't a town, fam. That we're talking like Little House on the Prairie. The Pilgrims just fucking landed at Plymouth Rock.
I'll never
Alright.
forget going through South Dakota, and there's literally a town, and their school is a single wide trailer. Like,
It's like 5 houses, a single wide trailer that's a school, and then the church way in the back.
and they
The
got a gas
Midwest
station.
is rural.
Oh, it really is.
Like, fam.
It's just empty and flat.
Like, people get from there and get so salty when you call it flyover country. Motherfucker, there's a
It
reason we
is.
call it that.
No,
There ain't
there are
shit
places
there.
that aren't, but like, or like going into a gas station in Montana, and these two guys get out of this like jacked up Chevy wearing like cut off rebel flag T-shirts. I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me.
Fam. It is. Like, fucking hell. It is. There's
Yeah, we live in like the north of the South.
You ain't kidding. All right. Well, and you
What?
know, would you rather? Would you
Oh, yeah.
rather sweat what you eat, as in like the thing you just ate, it comes out as sweat. So like, say you ate a hamburger, then you would sweat like tiny hamburgers. Or would you rather sweat another bodily fluid other than sweat? You get to pick the bodily fluid, but it can't be sweat.
I'm gonna sweat tears
Yeah.
Can you imagine sweating cam?
because at least it'll evaporate.
Is it bad that that's the first thing that came to my mind?
I knew Joe was going to take it there. I
I was
fucking
like,
knew
oh,
it. That's
God.
exactly why I asked it.
I just want to know how the microscopic hamburgers are formed. Like,
Yeah.
Magic.
I'd say that just because then, well, if it's magic, then, the Jewish magic holds up. But
I mean,
it'll be interesting to be studied, Like when I die, they'll be like, how the fuck did it work?
on a real note, I think sweating tears is obviously the answer here.
Is it?
Oh no, I got
it's much
I
less
mean,
entertaining.
sweat is like salty water. Tears are like salty water. Like,
Yeah, that's like the fun logic answer. Like
Yeah.
you gotta have some fun with it.
it's like the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but that's like the non-fun answer. You gotta have some fun with it. Like me,
I don't want to sweat hamburgers. Thank you
I ain't
very
talking about
much.
that, fam. I would. You know what I'd pick? Real talk, just to fuck with people. Blood.
You're just gonna sweat
Like a
blood.
hippo?
Blood. Imagine that. You walk into a store
You're just-
and you just start like blood just pouring out of you.
Yeah, that you can just do that. You just give yourself a little cut or two, smear your. I mean,
But that's
if
like
if
cut.
being covered in blood in a public space is the situation you want. There's easier ways to do it.
It's just
than
fucking with
literally
people.
sweating blood
That's
for the
metal.
rest of your life.
But it's just like fucking with people.
Better than
Again,
Gojo's answer.
You're having a you're looking for
give
like
and
the
get
super
AIDS.
like gamey. I'm gonna logic my way out as fuck. No, I'm gonna fuck.
Like I said, better than Gojo's answer. Be like
That
slipping and
wasn't my
sliding all
answer.
over
That
the
wasn't
He
place.
just
my
wants to
answer.
sweat semen.
That wasn't my answer. I said just imagine it.
I don't want to imagine it.
I want to imagine
I
that.
don't want to
It'd
imagine
be so
it.
terrible. Like,
I'd sweat out piss because it's antiseptic.
it's not a bad idea.
No, man.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing in a lot of ways. I
As
think.
long as it's not like, you know, when you actually go for piss when you're dehydrating, it's like
Yeah.
acidic
Yellow.
and like bright yellow. Like as long as it's like, you know, good watery based.
Good watery piss.
So more like water, and not
Crazy?
like a soup broth.
I mean like clear. I mean clear. I don't mean like yellow or like
Yeah.
dark
White.
brown if you're really badly hungover.
You know you're fucked when the
Oh.
piss comes out yellow brown.
Kidneys are failing.
I know, my day off.
Actually, giving Gojo's fucking track record wouldn't be a surprise.
I don't think
at
I've
this
ever
point.
actually had that. I've had it like deep yellow before. But I don't think I've ever had like brownish.
That's when like you've gone hard in the drink.
Like you are.
And, like,
yeah.
You haven't had any water for like 12 hours.
Halo just doesn't remember it.
Oh, I remember plenty.
You remember just enough to not want to do it again.
Never. I didn't want to do it that time.
You
I
certainly seem to
love
wanna
your
do it.
like, just that story of just like I'm drinking. I'm not getting drunk. I'm gonna keep drinking. And then,
Literally the first time ever. That's what you get when you grow up super conservative, religious, like know nothing about anything. Like
Halo applied the edible joke to alcohol.
I was gonna say,
like,
He's also never allowed around them.
what, edibles or drink?
Both.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that
Maybe-
one time was pretty unavoidable. Like now that I know what I'm going into, it's never. I don't think I don't ever want to be drunk
Unavoidable.
like that again. That was miserable. It was like the worst thing.
That was
Unavoidable,
probably
he
the
says.
worst you could get.
Yeah, it was like
Unavoidable, he says. And he goes, I think I want to get drunk. Buys bottle of vodka.
it wasn't like that. Like a normal bottle.
Normal bottle, still.
about to say normal bottles of alcohol ain't tiny, fam, and you drunk like 90% of it. From
It
what
was
I've
like
heard.
half.
I told a friend
It was
at work
two-thirds.
about this and was like, "Is he okay? Like, is he alive?" It's like, no, he's good.
I just didn't know.
Oh, even like our family was like we played him the clips back and they're like, God, is he okay?
Like, when you tell people that story, the immediate reaction is like, "You good?"
I could not drink water like in the morning, or
I
like
still
in
have
the
those
night and morning.
clips, by the way.
I would drink
Yeah.
water and then puke it out like 5-10 minutes later.
Wait,
But I
the
just
clip
kept-
of him falling out of the chair or him asking you out?
Well, I have the full video.
Oh, you
Okay.
do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to do like a super cut of that.
I also have
You have my permission.
I also have a 4-second one called Halo Drop.
Oh, that was the
which
one
is-
with the
which
dead.
is where,
I've
which is
heard it.
where you were sick. You then went to stand up, slipped on your sick, and you could just hear him go
What?
on the floor, and you could
Can you
just
play
hear his
that through your
chair
mic?
just roll.
I'm-
No,
If
I
knew,
can send you the clip. You can put it in,
I can't.
Basically,
you need to do
the
that.
setup for this, for anyone who's not hasn't heard, I
and
don't
then
remember.
there's Halo Drop V2. Are you okay?
Basically, I'd never drank anything before. I've hardly drank since. I was like it's like getting vaccinated for it. I don't enjoy it. But it was like, okay, first experience with alcohol. Get some vodka, drink it. We're playing Rocket League, and I just I didn't know what was supposed to happen, and so I drank, didn't really feel anything. So I just drank some more, and then it just kind of all hit. Yeah, I just did
To
not
sum this
realize
whole
how long it
experience
took.
up.
Yeah.
First experience with alcohol, got some vodka. Like, what even?
It was pretty fucked up.
I just
I had a
listened
lot of
back-
cleaning to do in the morning.
I just listened back to that clip. It's so good.
Oh, I'm
like,
gonna add
you
it
hear
in if you
him
remind me to.
stand up, like crash. You hear his chair get fucking
So-
yeeted.
If you don't, definitely should not go into it blind that quick.
No, you
And
shouldn't.
then
have.
just what makes the clip the real nice, like bow at a time all together is Gojo. You alright?
Hey, at least he didn't do it at a bar.
Halo, are you okay?
Yeah, like it was at home, like
It's in a safe place, but still,
safe
it was
place.
just,
Like
then the aftermath is also kind of funny because we throw you down in like the dunk tank in fucking TS, and everyone like takes turns checking on you, and it's just like you check in on him, and you just like, "Hello, you good?" Crawl as you hear him like dragging himself across the fucking floor.
I have flashes of memory.
It's just, you know, we all take turns to check on him. You know, you good? Like 30 seconds of silence.
It took me hours and hours of cleaning the next
You know what's
day.
funny? I think this is the second time we've had this conversation on a podcast.
Is it?
It's funny.
I couldn't remember.
It never gets old.
It's fucking funny, man. Like, it's a banger.
So, on the few topics we actually had, if we had a big following, who would be the fan favorite?
You never know. You can't ever tell.
Gojo. It's Gojo or Halo.
Oh, I'm so disappointed, but I'd probably say Gojo, to be honest.
I mean, to give Dark and Devil some credit, you guys are both funny in your own right. Like it's like, I don't know.
There's an
no way to
and
tell.
why to that as well. So why would it be me? Because I don't think it would be me.
I feel like of all of us, because like, I mean, I don't want to put a big like emphasis on like looks or anything, but like of everyone here, you're like the most handsome. Let's just call it spade a spade.
Wow, that's Gojo.
But
to
like,
continue
let's
the
be real
joke
though. Like,
about
let's
everyone
keep
going gay.
but
for
like
Gojo.
real talk. Like, let's just keep this shit a buck. I'm not saying none of us look bad, but like, of all, it's like if you put the four of us in a beauty pageant, Gojo's winning that beauty pageant. Like, let's be real. Unless they just happen to have a case of jungle fever, Gojo's winning that fucking pageant.
Fuck's sake.
Oh god.
Just saying.
No, you see the difference is of the four of us, Gojo has a personality.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Jesus.
So I have the looks and the personality.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Fam, like,
I mean, it's just not true, but okay.
you mean it's not true? There's like, listen, like Halo, I'll give Halo credit. Like Halo's funny, but like you again, like you're foreign. Like you got that.
It's
I'm
the
not
accent.
foreign to English people.
Not the English. Obviously not the-
Hey, English people don't matter, only America.
See, if it was a big following, worldwide, boys, we'd be worldwide.
Yeah, we'd be worldwide. I'm sure we'd all have, like, there would be people who would probably, like, if this podcast, like, up there, and we were, like, famous, like, I'm sure, like, everyone, each one of us would have, like, our own kind of, like, mini followers, and they'd be like, oh, I prefer Dark, I prefer Halo, I prefer, but, like, I feel like as just
we
a
a boy band?
whole, and give me a second. I will come up with our boy band name. Just give me a minute.
That should
Give
be
me
our
a
goal.
minute.
The autists.
That should be our
That's the
goal,
fucking-
right? You know how when you look at Twitter, for some reason there's this massive group of people who just post what is it, BTS? I think they just
course
post
there
those
is.
clips, right? That's all they post in comment sections. Just imagine if they just took clips of this and just like people just post that in anything for no reason.
I still like the clip of Gojo.
I have our
TeamSpeak.
band name, boys.
What's that?
Oh no,
The four autists of the apocalypse.
well, that works.
Yeah,
Fast.
I approve.
That's the thing.
But yeah, no, like,
Wait, we
in
should've
terms of
named it
just
the
like what people like, and I'm putting like in air quotes because obviously that's a bit of a reach. I feel like Gojo hits a lot of those check boxes, whereas the other three of us, we don't.
Well, see, I think everybody, we've all got our own thing going for us.
Oh no, we do.
I don't disagree. Gojo, you're great. Not trying to take that away from you, but I think we've all got a different sort of vibe, you know?
I love
Oh,
how
no,
Halo's
we
just
do.
like, wait a second, reel this back in here.
Real like
Personally, how I think people are now, I'd say it's Dark because he's like
What?
What?
the most relatable of like the meme sort of.
I
side
don't
of
see
it,
how
you know?
I am remotely relatable to just about anybody, but okay.
You are quite a relatable person.
Is he?
I would say so.
When even Devil's just like,
I mean, he's the whitest guy I know, so that's a lot of the
Exactly.
white girls sorted, you know?
Like my guy, to quote John
guy-
Oliver, he is the human equivalent of a room painted eggshell.
This guy goes to Starbucks. He is a basic bitch.
I
I
do.
mean,
Every now
I'm
and
not saying there are a lot of basic bitches out there, but you know, he is akin to them.
Oh no, there are a lot. There are a lot. They exist. They're out there.
Jesus.
Just saying.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like Gojo. It's between Gojo and Halo. I feel like he hits a lot of those checkboxes.
Okay. I gotta give
What
you
check boxes? I don't understand the check boxes. What do you mean?
Yeah, what are the boxes, Devil?
I mean, again, I'm not trying to put because again, like I don't want to put a big emphasis on looks, but I feel like that's one of them in particular. Like if like I'm not saying none of us look bad.
Hey, they're different. Some people can be conventionally attractive. Some people can be cute in a nerdy way. You know.
No, I get what you're saying.
Halo's just
agree.
like
Halo wants to be cute in the nerdy way.
Wait, do you
he's
guys
just
not
like, look, I
remember
got it
that?
going for me.
No, do you guys not remember that?
Oh, what are we?
That one clip of Gojo's friend.
Clip of Gojo's friend.
Wait, what?
Was he
God,
talking
never
about
mind.
me or Halo?
Well,
He's talking about Nikki, Gojo.
Oh, Nikki, yeah.
And
Oh,
I-
he said it about both of you.
Yeah.
and
Wait,
That you're
what?
both nerdy but
Don't
cute
ask.
looking.
and
Whoa! Pause. Put that whole back up. I wasn't there for that one. Explain this.
Oh, it's just my mate Nikki. He's gay. And
Okay.
I was like, oh, my friend Dark's streaming. So he looked, and Dark had his face cam on, and he was like, oh, he's nerdy but cute looking. And then, like, literally a month later, I was like, oh, my friend Halo's streaming. So then he went onto his stream and said, oh, he's nerdy but cute looking.
see, you get different
He
vibes.
said
different
exactly the
strokes
same
for
thing
different
for both of
folks.
you.
No, I completely get the like different strokes for different folks kind of thing. But like,
That's dope. Just like, nah.
like you look at Gojo and you can see him like,
Okay, Devil.
like you look at Gojo, you can see Gojo like hosting like a TV show, that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Okay, I'm with you to a point, but I think you might be
See,
a
I'm
little bit
starting to get worried.
disturbingly.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to get worried, Devil.
Are you trying to say something, Devil?
Fucking hell.
I'm never
Ghost.
getting in the back of Shock's car with you again.
Fucking
Just sitting
hell.
there, he just reaches over, cops a field.
This is my time to say that actually happened on the last trip, you know.
Hey, whoa.
Devil leant over and he was like, how you doing, Gojo? Scary time. Scary time. I tried to blank it out, you know.
I mean, I had to sit in the back with him for like 20 hours, and it was the worst time of my life.
I still can't believe he sat on your Mountain Dew.
I was so pissed.
It's like
I
a
didn't
massive
notice.
bottle.
Like,
And
this
you're
big.
like, where's my drink? And
1
then
liter
I
of Mountain Dew.
joked.
Didn't notice.
I joked. I was like, oh, maybe Devil's sitting on it. And then Devil sort of checked and he was like, yeah, no, I'm not. And then
I don't
we
know
get
where
out.
that Mountain Dew went.
We got out like an hour and a half later. Devil gets out and it's right there. He was sitting on it the whole
To
time.
be completely fair in that regard, it wasn't like I was sensing. It was like
No, you were sitting on
pushed in like the crease of the seats. I didn't really.
it. It's a 1 liter Mountain Dew, Devil. There is no crease big enough. I mean, apparently there was, but not in the seat.
No, you can't do him dirty like that. You can't do him dirty like that.
Oh.
But let's be fair here, Devil. You also just say the randomest, hilarious shit sometimes, just out of nowhere.
Oh,
Like I
yeah,
said, we've all
100%.
got.
I'm
our
not saying
thing.
we don't all have our thing. I'm just, again, I'm not disagreeing with you. But like I feel like of the three of us, most people
I gotta go.
gravitate to Gojo.
I gotta go to work.
I think they would too.
I gotta leave in like 5 minutes, lads.
Oh,
Ah,
no.
well.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
fuck off then. Sorry.
Yeah, just go on. We'll finish it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll finish up. We'll finish up. It's all
Fine,
good.
fine. Just do
Proceed
me
to
like that.
record another hour. Oh, okay.
Oh, he actually went. Oh, he actually went.
Oh, well,
How long have we been going?
take it away, Gojo.
Why have I got to take it away?
TV presenter.
Well, Devil was giving his points of view. I gave mine. What's yours?
Well, that's what I said. Like, pretty much the exact same thing like Halo said. Like, of the three of us, you're the most, like, personality-y.
How? I'm really not. Like, I'm really not.
Man, just straight go like he left.
I
I
know,
can't
because
believe he
he
left.
abandoned us. And now what's gonna suck is now I can't just sync him up with the rest at the end of the clip because his clip's gonna end 15 minutes before ours does. We haven't even hit an hour. Oh no, we hit an hour
That's a
and
good
7
point.
minutes.
I'm gonna say, like, how long have we been going?
Not that long.
That's what he gets for being late. He had to
Yeah.
go to his office to talk to someone and then come back, do
Yeah.
this for an hour,
We started
and
like
then
an hour.
go
early.
to work. And, you know, he was late to begin with, and then he did that, so we were late anyway, and then we were late starting, even when he was back. So
Yeah.
it's all Halo's fault, really. In the
It really
comments, just say it's all Halo's fault.
Yeah, it's all
Anyway.
all his fault.
I'm sure he's just gonna watch this end part that he wasn't in, just to be like,
Of the-
what the fuck did they talk
Yeah,
about?
of the four of us, who's your favorite, and why isn't it Halo?
Yo, rate this shit 5 stars if you think Gojo would be the most popular person.
Like, yeah, I'm just
No.
saying, 3 people looks pretty good on this screen here.
Wow.
Oh, also, you know what sucks? I'm now
Fam.
gonna have to put even more effort into this because I can't just overlay the text onto the screen because Halo's camera will move, which means I need to cut it there and then put new text for the rest of it.
Only one person. You only need to move Devils, right?
I need to move him and Halo. So,
Well, yeah, you can fuck off Halo's text.
yeah, we'll just leave it up there.
Because he's
It's
not
like you
here.
just leave his image up there and not stick up a name.
Or just have like a little PNG image of Halo's logo. Just stick it somewhere.
I was thinking, that wallpaper you had of his face?
Oh yeah. I need to try and find that so I
Yeah.
can show people.
You need to find that. Show the world.
That means you two need to host, by the way. Come up with something else.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
You two need to talk to people, We
Do
can't
we?
just have silence whilst
No,
I
we
find
can't
this
just have
fucking
silence.
thing.
No, we can. It's a chill vibe, Everybody's into that
It's a
these
chill
days.
vibe.
Right?
Yeah, it's a chill
Got that
vibe, but you also
lo-fi,
need to,
like the person talks once every 20 minutes, and everybody's just like, yeah, it's a thing.
Can we also talk about this funny Pikachu picture
it's
that I
another
saw the
phone.
other day?
Oh, God. Why is he, melting?
I need that on the other side of my car.
Why is
I have the
Pikachu turning
surprise
into an
Pikachu
amorphous
face on my
blob?
window. I need that on the other side.
Oh, and of course, you can forget Devil's
Oh,
cat
that
ears.
was fantastic, honestly.
You are the worst.
I'm so glad you
That-
got
that
that
was
because
glorious,
that
to be
video is
honest.
gone forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just
Speak to
the-
Have you
people,
found
then. Fucking entertain them. Oh, I've got to
there's
scroll
no
for a
one.
fucking while.
There's no one.
I
Oh,
mean-
scrolling for a while. Okay.
Fucking
yeah.
here
See,
would-
this is why when people were like, "Oh, who's the favorite?" and everybody was like, "You." We said that for a reason. We
I don't
do
get what the reason
presentation.
is.
We're like side characters.
I wouldn't go that
Yeah.
far now. We're
I
not
found
like
it, boys. I
We
found it. Boom.
Yes.
Look at it.
Oh, it's too good.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far to say we're
And
like
then it's even better because you can just zoom in more.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You had that as your phone background for a while, didn't you?
Oh, I had that for like a year, yeah. And
Jesus.
then just Halo's nose you could have.
Oh yeah. So many options.
My man said so many.
Nose eye combo.
Yeah. And you just
Max is
immediately know it's
going
Halo
ham right now.
because of the glasses, I mean, I know he's had his glasses since like 1985, but like technology's moved on,
Fucking no.
Have you ever seen them,
Since-
Devil?
1985.
Have you ever seen them?
I've never seen these glasses like up close. I haven't been paying that much
Oh,
attention to
this
the man's
thick.
face.
They're like this thick.
He has very thick glasses. He is as blind as a bat.
Well, they can be thinner now, but if you get cheap ones, they're thicker than
Although
they
I
should be.
can't really talk. I need some new ones myself. These right here are fucking destroyed.
You have no excuse. I know for a fact you've had vision insurance for the last like year.
I literally have like vision insurance. Was about to go get glasses, and then the plague happened. And it's
Okay,
like-
yeah, I'll give you that much.
it's just like,
forgot that
I
was a
guess I
thing.
go fuck myself, man.
And then the plague.
God, does anybody remember back a few years back when everybody was watching the Witcher TV show? Oh wait, that was January.
Wow.
That was January. It feels like ages ago, and that was January, the beginning of this year.
Like, shit rough.
I don't just do it to Halo, by the way. I do it to all of my friends. Like, that's one of my mates.
Man, I just got photos of like
How do
everyone's
you
fucking
get
mug.
the photos? Is the real question.
I have ways.
I don't even know.
That's concerning.
That sounds a bit weird. What says you, Devil? I now think that you're a stalker of me in some
I'm
weird
not.
way because of how you were going on.
Now, anybody
about
remember
me
that
apparently being good looking?
that William Osmond video with the BTS shrine?
I mean,
Devil just has a
let's
JoJo
just
shrine.
like real talk. Like, let's keep this shit a buck. Like, yes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yes, 100%. But like, like Gojo kind of falls into that category of like the like when you think of like the good looking like stereotypical like good looking white dude.
What?
The only thing Gojo really doesn't have is that like that jawline.
First off, oh, now you've offended him. First off,
Fam, are you joking?
Oh, never mind. He's got it. Never run.
What do you mean?
God, I saw a thing the other day where somebody was like, "Yeah, like an undercut can be like the perfect hairstyle. You can do anything with undercut. You can be like an influencer. You could be like the president." And it's true.
Jesus.
It's true.
That's what I've gone for, an undercut.
Yeah. It's all in the hair, devil. Yeah.
You need to tame your crazy fro.
I ain't crazy enough. You gotta go
make
out with it.
Make it even more wild. Okay. Make it more wild.
I mean, if I had the opportunity to have a fro, I would do that, definitely.
I mean, you have a mullet, so,
I do, unfortunately.
Your business in the front, kind of. Party in the back.
I love the kind of.
Well, it's kind of emo-y in the front at the moment.
It really kind of is. Like, I can totally just, I can,
Fam,
really go all the way with it.
My man has a fucking
I can't
fringe.
stand it. I really can't stand it.
I know girls that would want a fringe like that. What the fuck?
Oh, cheers, babe.
What have I just seen?
You broke it.
Apparently, I did.
Has anyone got any fucking bleach eye drops? Because, like, fuck me.
Well, you
I'm
could
going to
do
have
that, but I don't know how well it would go.
nightmares now. I'm going to have nightmares of you with a fucking fringe.
I just need to find someone who can braid. If I can find me someone who could braid hair, that would be it.
I'm just waiting on, like, case numbers to start dropping. They've just been going up for,
and
like,
they're
the
gonna
last
carry
couple
on
of
going
months.
up because people in America are fucked.
No, the problem is, like, people are just, they're not, it's one of those things. I was talking to a coworker about this the other day. People are like, that quote from Men in Black where it's like a person is smart and people are dumb?
Yep.
That's literally what's happening. You're like, you see people not wearing a mask, but a lot of those people, the reason they're not wearing a mask is because other people where they work aren't wearing a mask, or like their boss doesn't mandate it. So one person doesn't wear it and then other people don't wear it to like try and fit in, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
People are social.
They don't want to be the outsider wearing the mask and people being like, what the fuck are you wearing that?
Yeah. That being said, like where I work, most people are wearing a mask. I might count 5 maybe in a day that aren't, but it's not enough, and definitely not in other places.
But it's the people that are like,
it's the people that are intentionally like going out of their way to be like, nah, this is fake. This isn't a real thing. This is,
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me. It's like, fam.
Well, it doesn't help that your own president.
That's honestly the
start
biggest
of the
problem.
year tweeted saying, "Coronavirus isn't real. It's a hoax."
Yeah,
that doesn't help.
Funny that. Given that it was around the rest of the world at this point, and America hadn't really been hit by it. But, China had it, India had it, Spain had it, France had it, Germany had it, we had it. Loads of places around the world have it. And he goes, yeah, nah, it's a hoax, mate.
Yeah, no, it's a complete
and then you get it, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, yeah, then it was like, oh, we have it, it's not a big deal. It's whatever.
Yeah, and
it's a complete lack of leadership.
How many cases do you have now?
Oh, something stupid.
It's into the millions. Like,
yeah.
I do know Cali just passed New York for like most cases.
But the thing is like, you have an entire side politically, or not an entire side politically, a increasingly dwindling side politically that's basically like, yeah, no, whatever. If he says it's fine, it's fine.
That's what I find crazy with American politics is shit like this
becomes political, and it should
becomes a political standpoint of someone saying it's a problem and another person saying it's not a problem, and you have to pick a side politically as to whether it is a problem or not. And
all of our politics and media are designed to divide people. It's just a problem.
You fucking bellend.
Yeah, like all of our stuff's designed intentionally to divide people.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we only have 2 parties that are actually, something that would actually win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
funny
fucked.
too how like I'll be watching a certain YouTuber like it's time to vote, and they'll list off like all the parties they have, and it's like fucking hell, you people like
Yeah.
they'll list
Oh,
off like
we have quite a few.
they'll list off like 10 fucking parties, and it's like not only is like 10 parties, then it's like 5 people from each party. And it's like fuck me, it's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Whereas
here
here
it's
it's
just
like
like
2.
yeah, it's like 2 parties, and then you
And
get
for
like
some reason, there's
maybe
this
like 4
obsession
people
where it's
from
like we
each.
can't have more than one person in each party. You know, it has to be down to 2 specifically.
You get like 2 parties here, and then you get like at most like 4 people from each party. And then of those 4 people, 2 of them stick around for maybe like 3 months.
Yeah.
And they just bow out.
So in England, we have the Conservative Party, the Labour Party, the Scottish National Party, the Liberal Democrats, the Democratic Unionist Party, Sinn Féin, Plaid
I was
Cymru,
gonna just say, I love how we were gonna make this political.
Social Democratic and Labour Party, Green Party, and the Alliance Party. And you only have
Yeah.
2. Oh, and there are other like kind of smaller parties.
We have 2.
We have the Brexit Party, fucking of course, Scottish Green Party, Ulster Unionist Party, UK Independence Party, Green Party in Northern Ireland, Traditional Unionist Voice, People Before Profit, Welsh National Party, abolish the Welsh Assembly Party,
I was
Wow.
gonna say, isn't there a meme party in there somewhere?
and then as well as that, you get people that stand as independents as well.
Yeah.
So Lord Buckethead, you might have heard of.
Yeah, Lord
Yeah.
fucking praise be to Lord Buckethead.
Yeah, and what was the one? I remember at school there was always one that we used to talk about. The Monster Raving Loony Party. That's what it is.
That's the
I
thing.
heard John Oliver bring that. I thought he was just memeing. I didn't know that was a thing.
No, that is actually a thing.
That's fucking wild.
They have
Okay.
like the most retarded policies as well. Like I can't remember what it was. Like every Wednesday you have to be naked or some shit. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Sounds like my kind of party.
Okay.
We could probably just end it off here.
That's a bit of a weird place to stop, I'll be honest.
I mean, nah, it's fine.
I like
Also,
this
we
video.
are
You think
gonna
we
just
should all
cut
be
the last
naked
20
once every
minutes.
Wednesday.
But not on Thursdays. We got to do the podcast, you know. Yeah, we're just gonna like cut the last 20 minutes, and that's gonna be the only part of the podcast. Oh, we didn't do an intro. Can we like cut in an intro?
Let's cut in
Hello.
Halo's intro, and then there you go.
Hello and welcome to the Youth Podcast. This is episode number
4.
4.
four. Episode number 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got the boys. We got me. Go John again.
Yeah.
We have Dark.
Hey,
We have Devil.
Yo.
the 3 of us, you know. Not that there
Just
was
the
ever
three
a
of us.
4th, but I mean, 3 really is the magic number there.
Fucking hell.
He's gonna be so pissed.
Oh.
Watching this back, he's gonna be so pissed.
Assuming he actually makes it this far.
Well, anyway, seeing as how he's
Yo,
done, we've been
if you
going
make
for
it
a
this
hot
far
minute.
watching the podcast, you're a legend.
No one commented waffles, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Cheers,
Right?
babe.
I was so disappointed.
If you've made it this far, comment.
Beans.
Beans.
Beans. That's better than what I was thinking. I'll be honest.
Only Dark's gonna get that joke.
The internet has an obsession with beans.
It really does.
It does.
Oh god, but now we're just rambling, we're dragging it on. Cheers.
We
babe.
are. Give us an
Well,
intro.
Why do anteaters never get ill? Because they're full of antibodies. Got it.
That-
Thank you
that's
for
a pretty
watching
good
the
one.
Youth Podcast. We'll catch you in the next one, party people.
We're on stuff. We don't know what
Bye.
stuff, but we're on
We're
stuff.
around YouTube,
Yeah.
you know, the usual.
Yeah, this will be on YouTube, and then I think Halo said we've put in stuff for Spotify and
Castbox,
Apple
maybe? I
Podcast
have no
stuff.
idea.
I don't know what he's done. All I know is Spotify and Apple Podcasts. What's it? Doodad, that thingy, Majig. Doohickey.
Yeah. We're a well-oiled machine with 3 of us, aren't we?
Oh, I know, right? So good.
Clearly.
That's great.
Oh, catch you in the next one, people.
Anyway, yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.